Alright guys, another day guys. And look what happened today. If you guys saw my video yesterday, you already knew what was coming. So right over here, I clearly said this was an inside bar, and if SPY gets over 543.33, which clearly it did, it literally send. And here were the levels that I mentioned in yesterday's video. The targets of 545, I think I adjusted it now, but it was 545 to 547, and look where it landed, exactly in that zone, right? Literally hit the very max target. In fact, I was thinking a little bit more conservative, but hey, you can't complain. Some of you guys took like hundreds of percent on this, so really good on you guys. So for tomorrow, here's what's going on with SPY, right? It's currently at this golden pocket level, 547, slightly coming back up after dipping in the after hours. So we want to see SPY hold above 547.42, and then it could send some of these higher levels as high as like 549. But really bullish on the daily. You had again just a big breakout off of that inside bar. Very what do you call a setup that, if you guys don't know about it, inside bar patterns, yeah, just look into what they are. I can make a video on that. Just let me know. But as for tomorrow, as I mentioned, if this isn't the top, I think we could still continue a little bit more. Again, we did really extend a lot. So again, maybe this is correcting still. Maybe you get a little bit more of a pullback. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But as of right now in the after hours, it is picking back up, and it's literally just above the golden pocket here, right? 547.46. GP is at 547.42. So that's what you're looking at on SPY. And then QQQ here had a high target of 490 for maybe even going into tomorrow. So I think QQQ again still has some room to go. If it cannot surpass this 487 level, which again guys, 485 to 487 were my max targets today. Is it coincident that it hit? No, right? Like if you guys took those positions, just you guys trading just based off of my word, a lot of the setups that I'm pointing out, really good setups, A+ setups. I know with QQQ and SPY it's can be a little bit tough, especially with 0 DTs. But hey, props to you guys if you guys are, a little bit more risk averse, can handle some of that. So yeah, I know some of you guys like had thousands of percent. Like one guy had 2,000%. I think that was MX. So good on you, man. But for QQQ, very similar to SPY, holding this golden pocket currently, which is great. Needs to clear these, where it rejected off of these all-time high levels, and then it can send to 490. So look out for QQQ. If it breaks this 484, then maybe you could come down a little bit more to this macro golden pocket here, 482.69 to 479. So don't be surprised if this gets retested in this zone tomorrow. Tomorrow again, there's a Wednesday is a day off. It's Juneteenth holiday Wednesday, so maybe there is some selling, maybe more buying. We'll have to see, but I think I'm still bullish for tomorrow. I think 490 is possible. If not, just look out for those downside levels. I posted them, and I posted all of these levels for you guys in the Discord, so you guys can follow along. As for VIX here, VIX is sitting in the golden pocket. So as I mentioned in yesterday's video, right? It got that breakout, and once that breakout happened, look what SPY and Q, they had that dip in the morning, right? But then just rallied throughout the day. So that was because VIX here just broke down the entire day, and at the end of the day just caught a little bit of a spike, and not a spike, but like a little bit of a buying, and then that brought the market down. As you can see now, it's sitting in the golden pocket. Needs to break below if Q and SPY is gonna send a little bit higher. Otherwise, if it breaks above here, that could bring SPY and Q and the rest of the market to pull back a little bit. Apple, I mentioned in the Discord, 217 was the number that it needs to hold. It broke below it, and now it's currently 216.79, so it's just under the golden pocket. So bulls really need to get over this 217 level to have any more continuation to the upside. As of right now, it's still in a very bullish pattern. It has a pretty big cup going on. So maybe you're going to see a handle form, maybe some consolidation, sideways chopped going into tomorrow, and then maybe you could stand even higher. But until then, you got to see what happens. As of right now, unless it gets over 217, it's looking pretty bearish. Could pull back some more. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. These are your levels. Screenshot it, whatever. And then you got Nvidia here. So Nvidia, as I mentioned, end of day, I mentioned that 130 to 129 could get tested. However, it's holding this trend, right? So I said 130, golden pocket lines up perfectly with this trend line. All of that is holding so far. So if you don't see a breakdown of, if you don't lose this trend line, this golden pocket, bulls are still okay as of right now. If you break that, then you could look into getting to short positions for Nvidia as low as like 129. Yeah, this golden pocket down here, 129 to 128 even, right? So look out for those levels, upside targets. If there is a bounce, continuation to the upside. Yeah, as high as like 134. I thought we were gonna hit 134 today, but pulled back at the end of the day, unfortunately. Tesla, big breakout. I called this one earlier in the day. Some of you guys went long on it. I know Akbar called this out. Shout out to him for calling this one out. And this one has ripped all the way up to the golden pocket. So this one, another one that I mentioned, right? The target was what? 187. And lo and behold, hit exactly here. And now it's chilling right in this zone here. So bulls, as I mentioned again with this one in the Discord, 188 needs to hold. And bulls need to hold this level above 188 over this golden pocket here. If not, I could fill this gap down here, honestly, as low as like 180s. So yeah, see how you would play this if you're gonna play it tomorrow. Break below 186.91 right here, you could look to short it. Otherwise, look at, it is pretty bullish as of right now. I think yeah, it could definitely come and test this 192 level here, which is very likely. If bulls can hold this level, they can easily send it tomorrow. It can easily send up to like 190, test this trend line coming back from like all the way from like here. I already have it drawn out ahead of time, so look out for those levels. Need to see first, claim 188, then you could take your long positions. Amazon, I call this beautiful setup out before it even happened, guys. As I mentioned here, even when Amazon was right here, I said to you guys, you could long it on a break, broke, and look, that was a clear like almost 3-point move all the way to this next fib here. You guys could have made money on that play right there. As of right now, Amazon needs to caught the resistance here on this fib, right? So could test this gap down here, maybe fill it. Again, really depends on what the market looks like maybe tomorrow. And could send even further to this some resistance like 188 level up here. So look out for Amazon. If it breaks below this 182, could completely invalidate this breakout here. It's still working its way up, but it could break down and bull trap easily bull trap longs tomorrow if there's any end of day selling going into holiday or anything like that. GME, if you're in GME shorts, I think again this trend line here, mentioned to you guys so many times already. GME, if it breaks this trend line here, it's gonna come down to the 20s until it doesn't break here, and it did break, but it didn't close. No candle close. If you're looking at this in the 5 minutes, what do you call it, lower time frame, 5 minute, 10 minute, then yeah, sure, you got that break, but look, buyers bought it back up. So I was watching this on the hourly, and now it's literally just sitting there. For me, an hourly candle close would be ideal. Maybe a 30-minute candle close. Yeah, but again, the higher the time frame, the better for a short on this. Again, play it as you will. If your bias is going to be short, going into the next week, next couple weeks, then take the position, right? Buy time on GME. It can be very volatile. This thing could squeeze for all we know. Who knows, right? So just be mindful of how you play it. It's a very risky stock, very volatile stock, and you could lose a lot of money on this, right? None of this financial advice, by the way, guys. No financial advice. It's just my opinion on whatever I give here. Rivian here, very nice move up today. So I called this one out. I actually posted the flow on this one, and you can see that it had a breakout here. So that was why a lot of the bulls, the call options that were coming in, saw this breakout around like one, yeah, it was like around one or so. I posted that, and then look how high it just sent up a couple of dollars. So Rivian looks good as of right now. It's retesting this gap here. You want to see a bounce and continuation up all the way. You could see your levels here. I would have to assume that this could come and test maybe this $11, $12 level. There's a gap here, right? So you can fill this gap here, maybe 11.56. So you could shoot your shot for $11 to $12 a couple weeks out, maybe a month or so, depending on how you want to play it. Otherwise, yeah, see how you will. I'm staying away from Rivian myself. I don't really like the swing, as you guys know, that much. I like to be more shorter time frame trading, 0 to 1 day maybe, or weekly if it's a good setup. I don't like to have too many positions. That's why I just avoid taking these trades altogether, because I end up having like too many trades and I hate worrying about it. Then I got hold in just in my head. Then I end up having like 5 plays. Like as you guys can see, I'm calling out all these plays throughout the day, and a lot of them are really good plays, right? As I mentioned, I joke about this, but like 90% of my plays are like good plays, right? A lot of them are hit. A lot of these plays I hit, and they work out pretty good, especially if you're managing risk. So, but yeah, I joke a lot about that again, just because a lot of the setups are just there, and I see them and I call them out, and if you guys take them, you bank on them. That's simple as that, right? CRM, I know some of you guys or one of you guys asked about this. Testing this level here. I think again this golden pocket, this level down here, I don't know if this is going to have a reversal here, but I think this golden pocket might get tested. There is some bit of accumulation going on in the past hour, doji on the daily here, so I wouldn't go long on this myself. I just don't like the setup here. Just if you're gonna trade it, just make sure you don't want to lose. You want to hold this 229.36 level, 230 level. You don't want to lose that. Then you could look to short it to 225. AVGO, this one, if you guys saw my video, I posted this one yesterday. Another one that I mentioned, this was at 1780 yesterday's overnight session. What I say, it needs to break and hold 1800. When it broke 1800, look at that, this morning just broke up, retested, and sent all the way to these upper levels here, 1, 2, and again, I call these levels out ahead of time. If you guys took position, I know AVGO is pretty pricey, but you still could have made money on it depending on what kind of contracts you bought. And yeah, it's sitting up here. It's still pushing in the after hours, so looking good as of right now. I think with AVGO, yeah, let me pull up the after hours here. Yeah, it's all the way up here at like 1860, just under 1860. So 1885 is your next key level on AVGO. If it pulls back, then your downside targets are, 1800s basically, the golden pocket retest if it gets that. Okay, Carvana here, bull flag setting up here. So very nice setup on Carvana. You need to see a break of this $113 level, which is the break of this trend line here. That would be a bull flag break, and I think this can send as high as 118 to 122.27. So if you want to get calls on this, I think a month out again, I don't really know how fast this can move, but like you could get a couple weeks out and target as high as like 120 to 125. I think this can easily do it. Just if you want to confirm break, wait for that break here and then take your longs on Carvana. Very nice setup here. FSLR, this one I called out again, another one that was setting up here to break out, and it couldn't get the breakout. If I zoom in over here, you can see right here, this was where I pretty much called it when it was right here. Started pushing it, couldn't get over, and then this candle here rejecting, and then this candle here rejected, and now it closed just under the trend line. So it didn't get that break yet. I think one of the guys was asking me if it was good to trade. I said that the bulls need to push here. Right now it's holding the 9, it's holding the trend line. If they can push, then yeah, you could get this gap fill, you could get this 275 test. Honestly, 280s is not out of the question for this couple weeks out, depending on how you want to play it. But yeah, very nice setup here. You need to see maybe a candle or two. I'm looking at this on the hourly. Maybe, yeah, one candle that you could get, a green candle that pushes up like that. That'll be very nice. And then you could take your longs on FSLR. Sophie, another one I called out with this downtrend breakout here right before it broke out. This was in the like around noon, right here at 12:30. I think I called this thing out 12 o'clock, and then this thing started trading just under, and it got the breakout big pop here. I mentioned that this one is good for like as high like $7. So could test this 0.5 level here, 618, the golden pocket. Very clean breakout here. So if you took those longs, good on you. Your risk obviously is gonna be a break back below into 630s and then loses support entirely. But very good risk to reward. You're targeting all the way up here, and the risk is down here. Like, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. HPE, this one I mentioned as a NVIDIA sympathy play. There's a conference on NVIDIA on June 26th, I believe, and HPE. I forgot what the fundamentals behind the connection between these two companies are, but you could look into it. And again, this is why I call that out. It had this big test on this 9 EMA. Let me go on the 1 hour here. On the 4 hour, looking good. So it's holding the 9. Again, bulls need to hold here, and then it could send as high as like 22, 23 bucks. Let me draw it out. Maybe you could see some. I'm doing this right on the spot, guys. So if you guys wanna just bear with me, maybe this looks maybe. Yeah, so 23 I think could be tested. So if you guys want to take your longs on HPE June 20, like a buy the rumor type of play here, 23 can be tested, 22.5, 23 to get those type of calls. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes and tests these levels in the coming week. Okay, so that's pretty much it, y'all. If you're enjoying these videos, I guess let me know. I can make any requests you guys have in the Discord. Let me know. But everybody should have banked on a lot of plays that I called out today. So, and again, just I like to see that a lot of you guys are, learning to manage risk. It's not an easy task. I get it. It takes patience. It takes consistency, and just got to keep going at it, right? I don't know how these other Discords do their thing. A lot of them are just call outs. I get it. Like, you want the call outs, but at the same time, like if you're taking these call outs, and it doesn't work out, why it doesn't work out, right? You're gonna blame the person calling it out, or you're going to understand what the levels are in the position that you're taking, what the pattern is. A lot of that stuff I'm pointing out for you, so I hope you understand the risk that you're taking, which I always want to keep at minimal as possible. Anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.